1. The warning we always ignore. History does not repeat itself, but human behavior does. Slow, haunting music begins. Long before satellites watched the skies, before science explained the stars, before humanity believed it had control, ancient civilizations were already afraid. Not of monsters, not of gods, but of themselves. Across different continents, separated by oceans and thousands of years, ancient people carved, wrote, and recorded warnings. Warnings about fire, warnings about disease, warnings about nature turning hostile, warnings about society collapsing under its own arrogance. And every single time, those warnings were ignored. The strange pattern: Egypt, Mesoamerica, Rome, China. Cultures that never met, never communicated, yet somehow feared the same future. Historians call it coincidence, but coincidence doesn't explain identical themes repeating again and again. Fire falling from the sky, the rich growing greedy, nature becoming violent, disease spreading uncontrollably, civilization collapsing suddenly. These weren't predictions, they were messages. Messages left behind like bottles in the ocean of time, hoping someone, someday, would listen. But we didn't. Why humans never listen. Every civilization believes one dangerous lie: we are different. The Egyptians believed their gods protected them forever. The Romans believed their empire was eternal. The Mayans believed time itself favored them. The Chinese believed heaven would always grant harmony. And we? We believe technology makes us untouchable. That belief has always come right before collapse. The first warning signs. Ancient texts describe moments when everything still looked normal. Markets were full, cities were powerful, kings were confident. But scribes wrote in fear, not because destruction had arrived, but because they could feel it coming. One Egyptian scribe wrote about the sky burning. A Mayan priest warned about imbalance in time. A Roman stone carver etched words about sickness spreading through cities. A Chinese scholar described rivers rising and heavens growing angry. They were not screaming, they were whispering, because warnings are rarely loud. The biggest mistake. The greatest tragedy in human history is not destruction, it's denial. Each civilization had scholars, priests, observers, people who noticed patterns. But power never listens to wisdom. Kings dismissed them, elites ignored them, common people laughed at them. Because listening would have meant change, and humans hate change more than disaster. The 5 artifacts. In this documentary, we will examine 5 ancient artifacts. Not myths, not legends, real historical objects that still exist, or once existed, carrying warnings humanity chose to ignore. A papyrus from Egypt that describes fire, chaos, and societal collapse. A Mayan codex that warned about time, balance, and destruction after advancement. Roman inscriptions predicting disease and moral decay. Chinese scrolls describing nature's revenge. A final artifact so disturbing that historians still debate whether it should have been translated at all. Each one was a message. Each one was ignored. And each one feels uncomfortably familiar today. A question for you, before we continue. Ask yourself one thing. If an ancient civilization thousands of years ago warned about our present world, would we listen now? Or would we do what humans have always done? Ignore the warning until it's too late. The first warning was written in Egypt, and it described a world falling apart